It's also
Brought your
one
drinks
of our
also.
executive board members, the treasurer.
It's raspberry tea. Awesome. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Thanks for. I'm gonna just go over a little bit about how I come into this organization and what we're doing, and just really try to encourage you to fit and participate in our system of government that we have here. As Cleve said, I'm Jeremy Trebus. I've been involved with MCPA and the group in Great Falls before it was formed for about 2 years. When they first spoke to me about what was going on, it was January 2016. Like most people, I said I had no idea these sorts of things were happening in CPS. I assumed that things were working and kids were being protected, except for the fact that I had seen news stories about the high-profile cases where things went majorly wrong, usually and unfortunately involving a child's death. Thank you. I got involved because I wanted to make a difference, and I started listening to stories of people whose children had been taken for relatively minor offenses, stories of people who tried to get a child out of an unsafe home and couldn't because CPS wouldn't listen or do their job, stories of government dysfunction and secrecy in the courts. And as a state representative, I felt it one of my core responsibilities as a state representative to make sure the government is not overreaching their authority, but also that the government is doing their job to protect the vulnerable and abused. We're all here because we all want a system that keeps children safe while protecting the rights of individuals against government overreach and abuse. No one here wants to see children hurt or killed, but we also do not want to see an overzealous bureaucratic government trampling our rights.
Yeah. Right. Woo!
Hallelujah.
Therefore, we must keep on pushing for a change, for a system that is truly fair and impartial, and working in a way that it is effective. To push for change, you must keep up the work of joining together, talking to your representatives, talking to your neighbors, telling your community that things are not working the way that they're supposed to work in the system. I hear too many people say, just like I did, I had no idea that these things were happening, which is where I was 2 years ago. I think many people assume that the system is working fine, with no idea how much dysfunction there really is. Again, that's why it's important for each of you to inform your representatives, your community, that they need to pay attention, advocate for change, and get the system back to where it keeps and helps all children and families caught up in it. So again, I thank you for being here today, and your participation is what allows this movement to continue on. Thank you.
Woo! Well said.